The day of terror will reveal who truly followed the Lord's Sabbath. A day is coming, a day that will shake the world to its core, a day of darkness, chaos, and divine judgment. The Bible calls it the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And when that day arrives, it will reveal who truly followed the Lord's Sabbath and who didn't. This isn't about religion, it's about obedience. When the final crisis breaks upon this world, when the systems of man crumble and false worship is exposed, one line will divide all people, those who keep the commandments of God, including His holy Sabbath, and those who follow tradition. From the very beginning, God established the seventh day as holy. Genesis chapter 2-3 says, "And on the seventh day God ended His work, and God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it." It was not man who made the Sabbath holy. It was not a church or a denomination. It was God Himself. When God gave the 10 Commandments, He said in Exodus 20:8-11, "Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God." Yet today, billions ignore this clear command. Most churches teach that Sunday, the first day of the week, is now the day of worship. But here's the hard truth. Sunday's sacredness is not found in the Bible. Not once does God bless, sanctify, or command worship on Sunday. So where did it come from? In 321 AD, Emperor Constantine, a pagan sun worshipper, made Sunday a day of rest by law. The Roman Church later adopted Sunday as the official day of worship, not by God's authority, but by their own. They even boast about it. Sunday is our mark of authority. The Church is above the Bible, and this transference of Sabbath observance is proof of that fact. That's not biblical truth, that's human arrogance. Jesus never changed the Sabbath. He said in Matthew 5:18, "Till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law." He kept the Sabbath, Luke 4:16. His disciples kept it after His resurrection, Acts 13, Acts 17. And in the new earth, all flesh will still come to worship on the Sabbath. Isaiah 66:22-23. The day of terror, spoken of in Isaiah, Joel, and Revelation, is not only about destruction, it's about revelation. It will expose the true followers of God, those who kept His commandments when it was unpopular, inconvenient, and even dangerous. Revelation 14:12 says, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus." This is the end-time remnant. These are the ones who refuse the mark of the beast. And what is that mark? It is the enforcement of false worship, especially Sunday observance in defiance of God's Sabbath. When this test comes, neutrality will vanish. Every soul will be forced to choose God's Sabbath or man's tradition. And when the day of terror arrives, it will be too late to switch sides. The books will be closed, the faithful will be sealed, and the rebellious will face the wrath of the Lamb. So here's the challenge. Can you show one verse where God changed the Sabbath to Sunday? Can you find one text where the Lord commands Sunday worship? You can't, because it doesn't exist. The Lord's Sabbath still stands, and on that final day, it will be the ultimate sign of loyalty. So ask yourself now, will you be revealed as a follower of God or a follower of tradition? Because the day of terror is coming, and it will show who truly followed the Lord's Sabbath. Sunday worship is the last great deception that will destroy many.